I'll now finish up this presentation by showing you some of the management side of ClassMon. And the first thing is here at the front end. I could be a teacher who teaches a prep class, but I may also teach other classes. So in this example, I may also teach a Year 1 class. So this drop-down list just lists all the classes that I'm responsible for. So if I switch to my Year 1, it automatically loads in my Year 1 students and any observations that I've done, so I can continue and easily switch between them. The other thing is you can easily switch from term to term. So if it's currently term 2 and I'm making my observations and I need to look back at term 1 to see where a student was at, I can quickly go to term 1 and view any of the observations. Also, on the curriculum side and the rubric side, in the back end there's a whole rubric manager. So we'll just go to our manage rubrics. You can see that I've got some multiple rubrics loaded in here. We're only looking at the Queensland Early Years one here. As we step through these tabs, we can see that all the information is loaded in the back end. But we can also edit any of this information. So if you want to put different phases or phase descriptors or different contexts and effort descriptors, you can go in and edit any of this or add additional ones. And also, the engine of the system is the learning areas and statements. Now this is where you can add or delete learning areas and learning statements. And I'll give you an example. If you were a Catholic school and you wanted to add a religion one, you can simply click the plus button, add religion, and then step through and add all the comments and data for that learning area. So very simple to add that information. I'll just delete that extra learning area. We'll go and look at an existing one. We'll go and look at sustaining relationships. You can see we have some general information. We've chosen a colour. We've put in some descriptions for the learning area, descriptions for the learning statement. And here is where we add the comments that feed into the reporting. If we look at the possible phases of learning, these are just feeding directly to whatever we've set up in the phase tab. So if we look at BA, we have a male statement and a female statement. We can go and edit any of the text here. Wherever you insert name in uppercase, it will pull the student's name automatically. And in addition to that, you can add multiple comments for a learning statement. So I'll just click the add more comments button here, and we can view some comments that have been added. So I'll just delete a couple of these and I'll add in an extra one. So here we have number 4. Okay, so that's comment number 4. We add that in. So now when we do our assessment, we just click done and done. When we do our assessment for social learning sustaining relationships, whenever we select a BA grade, we get the default comment, but we also get access to the additional comments. And we can choose one, multiple, or all of those comments, and we can apply those, and they'll all populate the field. So what that means is that once you've applied that observation, then on the report, it will also populate the field. So we look up here, and here you can see now we have additional comments populating that field. So you can tailor it for exactly how you want. You can have your formal comment coming in here, and you can have some less formal comments here, or you may have completely different comments than what is used from the QSA phase descriptor booklet. And we'll just look at one other example. If we switch to our Foundations for Families class, so that's a birth to 5-year-old curriculum. So here I have Foundations for Families. You can see they have completely different learning areas and learning statements. So I've made some assessment here. If we go and view the report for Angus, reports, learning record, you can see that the report is actually, it's the same format, but quite different. It has different phases, ECP, and it is assessed in the same way, but has different comments and different phase descriptors. So if we look back at configuration, rubrics, and we go and look at the learning areas and statements for Foundations for Families, you can see it's just been set up the same way, but just different information. has been put in and different comments. So if we look at an E phase, you can see the comments have been entered there. So pretty flexible. You can go and go straight ahead and use this for the early years. We also have the Foundations for Families rubric built, but you can build your own rubric. It is time consuming to build the rubric the first time. I would say the prep rubric that we have built for you would have taken about 3 to 4 hours to set that up. But once that's set up, once you've built your rubric and distributed it to your teachers, as long as they use that same curriculum, they don't have to do that again. Everything else is automatic. There's no more copying and pasting. There's no more proofreading, because all the comments are exactly how they are entered into the rubric. All the teacher is doing is observing and recording, and then producing those outputs of the learning record and the digital portfolio.